Most borrowers think they're ready for financing, but almost none of them actually are. And if you're a new commercial loan broker, this understanding is either going to frustrate you or over time become your biggest advantage. I'm Shane Walton, co-founder of the Commercial Loan Broker Institute, and today we're pulling back the curtain on one of the largest challenges new brokers face: sponsor readiness. If you master this part of brokering, you're never going to look at your pipeline or your value as a broker in the same way again. And if you're a new broker, you likely expect that when a client says they are ready to apply for a loan, that means they're ready to apply. But here's what actually happens. When a borrower says, I want financing, what they usually mean is, I want money, not I'm prepared for underwriting. So you expect documents, but you get stories. You expect clarity and specificity, and you get generality and contradictions. You expect speed, and you get delays. And this is where so many early stage brokers think that they're failing, when in reality, you're just finally understanding what the job of a broker actually is. And if you've ever had a deal stall because a borrower wasn't as ready as they claim, just drop a preach it in the comments below to let others know that they aren't alone. So here's why an unprepared borrower can feel like a gut punch. You think you're at step 1, but then you realize that you're actually at step -5. The frustration that you feel here, it's not the borrower. It's the death of the fantasy that you had about how this business works. But don't worry, this is where the real pros are made. And if you keep watching, we're going to break it down step by step. So here's the twist. Sponsor unreadiness is the reason that brokers exist. Let me explain that. If borrowers truly understood financing, they wouldn't have a need for brokers. Your value is not just placing debt and being a conduit to pass things through, it's making that debt placeable. Lenders aren't paying for introductions. They pay for speed, for ease, for risk reduction. And the chaos that you're seeing from the client, it's not the problem, it's the market proving that it has a huge need for you and your services. But from your perspective, as a trusted business advisor, readiness for financing is not a statement of desire like it is for a client. It's preparedness. A financing ready sponsor can answer questions cleanly. They understand their numbers, or they trust someone who does. They can explain the deal without defending it or getting emotional. So here's the quick kind of litmus test. You're looking for clean financials, a coherent story, clear use of funds, realistic expectations for pricing, and a clear path for repayment. If you're missing any of those, your client is either not ready or they are delusional, right? They're just eager. And if you're looking for the full checklist to help determine if a client is ready, just drop the word broker in the comments below, and my team will reach out and get that to you. Okay, so we've established that brokers are not deal placers. They are deal builders. You're not just submitting deals, you are manufacturing the bankable narratives. Every question you ask that a client can't answer yet is a test that a lender would have failed them on later, and you get to coach them on and prepare them for it. It's better to fail fast and fail early together and to fix it than to get pushed aside at the finish line. So how do you go about this process of getting a sponsor ready for funding? Let's break down the playbook. Number 1, you need to slow them down. Speed kills more deals than bad funding markets. If a borrower rushes, something is usually being avoided or left behind. And in fact, going slowly and thoughtfully often gets a deal funded more quickly. This may seem a little counterintuitive at first, but kind of goes back to that military maxim that says, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. So step number 2, force clarity. If they can't explain something to you simply, then they don't understand it well enough. And confusion upstream becomes rejection downstream when you get to the lender. So you need to force clarity. When a client can't answer a key question, explain why that question is so important and ask it again. Repeat this until you see clarity. And then, number 3, you need to document that narrative. Borrowers feel stories. They are powered by the potential of a project. And lenders are sifting through documents meticulously to evaluate risk. Your job is to turn the sponsor's belief into the math that lenders can live with. So you work with the client to document that narrative. You package up written clarity on why this project makes sense and how risks are being mitigated. And when that is complete, you now have a client that is actually ready for the next step in the funding process, placing the deal with a lender. So remember, if poor sponsor preparation frustrates you, that's normal. It is also the sign that that sponsor desperately needs your help. When you move a client from wanting financing to actually being prepared for underwriting, you are becoming indispensable. Great brokers aren't out there chasing lenders, they are delivering readiness. The real work of a commercial loan broker isn't placing capital, it's earning the right to place it. And if you want resources, tools, or a free consultation to help you master sponsor readiness, just DM me or drop broker in the comments below, and we'll get you exactly what you need to take the next step in evolving your brokerage. And in the meantime, get out there, give big to your clients, and let's make this world a better place together.